Hey, Kings of Dragons, Dragon King 551 here, and I'm going to make my Super Bowl prediction. Obviously, the team that I'm going to root for is Tampa. I got Michigan because that's where Tom Brady used to go to, and that's my college team that I root for. So that's why I'm rooting for Tom Brady. Now, I'm going to talk about some key factors here why Tom Brady has the biggest chance of winning the Super Bowl. Number one, 6 Super Bowl rings. You can't take that away. Basically, he has the Infinity Gauntlet. He is the Thanos, basically. He's become the king of the NFL. 2, Patrick Mahomes has lost 3 of his offensive linemen, his 3 starting offensive linemen. That is bad when you have a super pass rush of Tampa's defense. That's the third key factor. Tampa's defense has an incredible pass rush, and it might be too much for Mahomes to overcome. 4, you have a GOAT versus a young blood lamb, basically. He is not caught up to Tom Brady yet, and I don't know if he ever will. 5, Tom Brady has incredible weapons. Rob Gronkowski, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, Antonio Brown. And those are just his wide receivers and running backs. Now, he has 6, good running game, very hard to stop. Good offensive line, no injuries that I know of. Players that are coming back and playing for the Super Bowl. Winfield and Whitehead and Antonio Brown. Those are 3 key factors. 2 of the safeties and 1 wide receiver. 7, good coach offensively, good offensive coordinator, good defensive coordinator, Todd Bowles, and a great coach all together. 8, home field advantage. One of the most key factors of the game. 9, the home team advantage. Only 22,000 fans are allowed in the stadium at that time, but most of them will probably be Tampa fans located in Tampa, and that is what's going to disrespect Patrick Mahomes' mobility and stuff and confuse him. He's going to throw maybe an interception once or twice, and that's what's going to confuse him. Now, 10, Tom Brady, coaches the team at times, and Bruce Arians just sits back. He coaches the offense at times, just lets him do his thing, and that's a key factor in any game. If you're so good of a quarterback, you gotta let the man do his thing at times. 11. Now, this is probably not one of the biggest key factors, but Tom Brady knows trickery, and he knows how to do trick plays. You got to watch out for Rob when he's motioning in and out. You got to watch out for Godwin. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, Godwin got them the winning first down, basically, and ended the game on an end-around play. That is crucial. And finally, why do you think a key factor? And this might be one of the stupidest key factors, because it's not even a key factor. Potentially home advantage refs. Now, I say that as stupidity because it's happened before in Super Bowls where, oh my God, the refs are helping Tom Brady. Oh my God, this is happening. However, that's never been the case. That key factor is definitely not one that I will be putting in as a key factor. That doesn't really count. So that 12th key factor is basically out. The first 11 are probably the crucial plays and good running game, good offensive line, good defense. Now, yes, Mahomes does not have 3 of his offensive players. However, he does have a pretty good defense, but I don't think it's good enough to beat Tom Brady. The only player that Tom Brady's got to watch out for is Tyrann Mathieu. He cannot throw it to that side. He's got to see where the honey badger is at all times. If the Honey Badger is on the left side, where do you throw it? You throw it to the right side. You cannot do stupid things tomorrow in the Super Bowl. And yes, the Super Bowl is the biggest game, but I think Tom Brady will win it. And yes, he has the power to do so. He's the GOAT. You can't take away from what he does. If he doesn't get his 7th, I think he'll be back next year to get his 7th. However, if he does win his 7th, I still think he'll be back next year and try to defend the title and win his 8th. If he wins his 8th, I think then he'll retire. But he has said he'll play past his 45 years old. And yes, so those were my 11 key factors and keys, and basically keys to the city, basically, or keys to the kingdom of how the Chiefs can lose the game even though they're the defending champs, and how Tom Brady, the GOAT, can win. Now, let's see. In the last game, Mike Evans and Godwin were so productive that there might be problems all over the game. So far, people are predicting Godwin will have a game of 102 yards and 1 TD for the whole entire game. Now, I think Godwin can have more than 100 receiving yards, but I don't know how many TDs he scored. Let's be optimistic here, and I say he will score at least 2 TDs. At least 2. He will probably score more if he gets open enough. Mike Evans, I say he scores 2 and has 115 receiving yards. That's my prediction. Antonio Brown, I say he gets 1 TD and probably gets close to 100 receiving yards. Now, obviously, Rob, I think he can get 1 TD. The running backs are probably going to get 1 TD each. We'll see, though. So those were my key factors of the whole entire game. I really think Tom Brady has a very, very good chance tomorrow due to the fact that his defense now has 3 players to go after, basically. His defense should be loading the box and getting that pressure on Mahomes so he has no time to look down the field. He's got to get that ball out quick. When you get that ball out way too quick, you make offensive mistakes, you throw interceptions that turn into turnovers and basically turn into points to the other team. Also, when you have 3 players that are second string, third string, or any other string on the team, chances are you're not in a good rhythm whatsoever. The biggest crucial thing is, if Mahomes has lost his starting center, which I don't believe so, I think it was his right tackle, his left tackle, and one of his guards. I believe it's 2 of his tackles and 1 of his guards, or 2 of his guards and 1 of his tackles. I don't remember. But 3 guys out of 5 have been disbanded. So if one of them is his center, that is very bad because the center and the quarterback are the 2 crucial positions on offense to get in sync. But I digress. Tom Brady, I think, will win the Super Bowl. My score prediction for tomorrow, it may sound absurd, but I feel that the score will be within 4 or 3 points. So my score prediction is Kansas City sitting at 38, Tampa Bay Buccaneers sitting at 42. Yes, it seems a little high, but the game, I believe, will be a very high scoring game. If not, I feel it could be potentially somewhat of a repeat of Rams-Patriots in that year where they won 13-3. It was a very weird, low-scoring game. But then again, if it's somewhere in that case, I still think the defenses may play a big effect. But I think that the final score will be 42-38. That's my prediction. Now, obviously, everyone has their own predictions. Some of my other friends and family members have predicted lower scores. They said 31-24, Tampa and Kansas City. People have said 28-21, Kansas City, people have said 17-24. Chiefs, people have said the other thing, 24-17 Tampa. Now, those are all different scores. I think it could potentially be a very high-scoring game if people are getting the ball out quick and they're not making so many mental mistakes and physical mistakes on the field. So, yeah, my final prediction is 42-38. My key factors have been already established. So, until next time, guys, don't forget to stay radical. I'll see you in the next one. Go Tampa Bay.